Students, in the first video, we have seen about variables, what is meant by variables and what are the rules we have to follow to create a variables, right? Now, here we are going to start with how to assign value to a variable. So from here, we are going to start with the second part, okay? Next is declare a value to a variable is the next topic, okay? How to declare or assign a value to a variable. Okay, how to declare or assign a value to a variable. Okay, so you know what is meant by variable, right? It's a name. Okay, and you know what are the rules we should follow to write a variable. Yes. Okay. Now we are going to see how to assign a value to a variable. Okay. So if I want to assign a particular value 100 to one variable, how to do it? I should use with equal to symbol. Okay. So variable name is equal to the value. So that is the format. Okay. So variable name, then equal to symbol, then give a value. This is a syntax format of assigning a value to a variable. Okay, so one example we will see. So variable name, give any variable name. Okay, so let me give add. Add is a variable name I have given. Okay, is equal to, I want to give some value. I have given 23. So variable name equal to symbol, then give a value. Okay. Sometimes I want to give a name. Okay. Name to the variable. How to do it? Okay. So my variable is name is equal to, and if you are going to use characters, that is letters, group of letters called string, you have to use double quotation. With a double quotation you have to specify. Okay, you can use a single quotation or a double quotation, triple quotation, that doesn't matter. You can use it anything. Say for example, I'm using double quotation. Okay, see, I have used my name within double quotation. So if you want to specify any name to a variable, do it within double quotation. Do it with a double quotation or a single quotation or a triple quotation. That doesn't matter. Okay, fine. So how to assign a value to a variable? You have to give a variable name, then give a equal to sign, then give a value. Got it, students? Good. Next, let's see what are reserved words or keywords. Next is keywords are called as reserved words. Okay. So Python has some reserved words which we cannot use it as a variable in the program. They have a special meaning in Python. Okay. So some of them are uh, if, else, not, yes, okay, with, while, okay, def, then if. Many are there. I have listed out very few. Okay, so I'll just show you the reserved words chart now. You can see to that. Okay, so these are the reserved words. You are not supposed to use it as a variable in a Python program, which has special meaning in Python library. That is called keywords. So keywords, what do you say for keywords? Keywords are reserved words in Python which has special meaning in Python library. Some examples are, you have to list it out. Clear? Okay. So let's see the next one. Next one is literals. Next one is called literals. Literals are built-in objects in Python. Okay, so literals means that gives us a data which is given to a variable that defines the data which is given to a variable. Say for example, I have told you num1 is equal to 10, right? Here, what is mean by num1? It's a variable name. It's a variable name. And we have given the value 10 to this variable name. So this 10 is the data. This 10 is a data. So literals are defining data. So what type of data I can give? Here I have a given numbers. What else I can give? Okay, I can give some name or I can give a ABCD, yes or no question, true or false, anything I can give, right? So it doesn't mean that I have to give always give numbers. Okay, so we can give even a name, okay, or yes or no questions. Okay, you can say yes or no for any questions, or you can say true or false, right? So or you can just give a one letter, okay, A, B, C, D, any one letter. So anything you can give. That is called literals. So literals defines data which is given to a string, which is given to a variable or a constant. Clear? And these literals are of many types. Let's see what are they. First one is a string literal. Okay, string. As I said, string means group of characters. What does mean by string? Group of characters are called string. So string literals. So LIT only I am writing. Okay, because I don't have a space. String literals means group of characters. Characters short form I am writing CHAR. Okay, so string literals means which are group of characters. Okay, and what is mean by character literal? String means group of letters, and character means it's a single letter. Okay, so character literal means single letter. Single letter, you can call it as a letter or character. Each alphabet is called as a character. Okay, so literals, the first type of literal is string literal and a character literal. Character literal means it's a only one character, only one letter. String means group of letters. As I said, Mangai. You can put it in double quotes. Okay, so which is given where to this variable name. You can take any one variable name. In the variable name, you can define the data as a string literal or character literal. Clear? Okay. So shall I give you an example? Okay. So for string literal, okay. So you can say name is equal to, within double quotation, I am writing Laya. It's a name. Okay. Then another one I am just giving. Another variable name, it can be anything. Okay. So I am taking char is equal to, I am giving single letter, char is equal to C. I'm giving it double quotation. You can give it in double quotation or a single quotation or triple quotation. Okay, that's what you can do it with Python. Clear? So did you understand about string literals? String means group of characters, that is which is given to a variable name. So example, name is equal to Laya. You can give any name. According to your program, you can change it. Then char is equal to C. That is a single literal. Okay, that is a single literal, means only one character we are giving. Got it? Okay, so the second type it's called numeric literals. The second one it's called numeric literals. So in a numeric literals, numeric means numbers, right? So what type of numbers we can give? We can give an integer numbers, floating numbers, and complex numbers. You can give three types of numbers such as integers, float, and complex. Okay, so integers means the whole numbers: 10, 15, 20, 23, 28, 100, 120, 1000, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, anything you can give. That is integers. Okay, so numeric literals are of integer. Another one is float. Then third one is complex. Okay, so integer means it's a whole number. Okay, then float means it's a decimal number. Okay, 3.5, 10.28, it's called floating numbers. And complex, it's another type of number. Okay, so in numeric literals you can assign a data to a variable in these three ways: either integer or a float or a complex values you can provide. Got it? Okay. Then the third literal, it's called Boolean literal. The third one is called Boolean. Boolean literal. So Boolean means which gives yes or no type answers. Okay. Boolean literals are yes or no. Okay. So you can say any one variable name is equal to either yes or no, but should be in double quotation. Okay. So uh, age. So age is equal to yes or no. Eligible to vote, yes. Not eligible to vote, no. You can give yes or no in a Boolean literals. Okay. Then next literal is collection literal. Next one is called collection literal, and I'll write it here. Okay. Fourth one. This is the first one. This is second one. This is third one. Fourth, I'm writing it here, which is called collection literals. Collection literals. Okay. So this collection literals has four types. Okay. They are list literal, okay, tuple literal, dict literal, set literals. So the fourth one is called collection literals. The fourth type is called collection literals, which has four collections. Okay, list literals, tuple literals, dict literals, set literals. We are not going to discuss about these collection literals, not now. Okay. Then the next one is special. Fifth one is special literal. So I'm writing it here. Special literal. So special literal means the Python has a special literal called none. The field which is not assigned, it's called none. Okay. So which is the special literal in Python? None. None is a special literal in Python. Is it clear, students? So literals are built-in objects in Python. Okay. So why we are using this literals? This literals defines values for a variable or a constant. Okay. For this variable name or for a constant which defines a value. Say for example, the types of string literal. You can give character means only one character. String means multiple letters. Multiple characters are called string literals. Okay. So you can use a full name. Laya is a name I have used for a variable called name. Then K is equal to C. Single character. Then numeric literals. Numeric means numbers. So the number can be a decimal number or a whole number or anything. So which has three types: integer, float, and complex. Then Boolean for yes or no questions. We have to use a Boolean literals. Okay. Then next one, collection literals, which has a four collections such as list, tuple, dict, and set. Then special literal, which is called none in Python, which is called none. Is it clear for everyone? That's good. Let us study the last one, which is operators, which is called operators. Okay. The next topic is called operators. Okay, so in the tokens, do you remember in the tokens we have seen the first one as, yes, variables or identifiers, that already we completed. Then reserved words or keywords, that also over. Then we have seen literals, that's also over. Then last one, it's called operators. Okay, so what is mean by operators? Okay, let me write some statement. You tell me which one it's a operator. Okay, 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. So I have written a statement 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Or you just take only the 10 plus 5. So which is called operator in 10 plus 5? Which is the operator? Yes, that's good. This plus is called operator. Okay, and the remaining two numbers are called operands. They are called this one and this one, it's called operands. So did you understand which is a operator and which is a operand? That's good. So do you know any other operators apart from this plus? Do you know any other operators? That's good. Minus, multiplication, division, right? So these are the things you know. Today we are going to study more about operators. Okay, so the operators are of different types. The first type is arithmetic. Arithmetic operators. Okay, the second one, assignment operators. Third one, comparison. Okay, comparison operators. Then logical operators. So there are many other operators are there, but for now I'm going to explain you only these four operators. Okay, to do a small programs in Python. Got it? Let's see what is arithmetic operators. So do you know what is mean by arithmetic operations? Arithmetic, yes, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? So all those four comes under this arithmetic and two more also there, okay? So example is, let me write it in a separate page, then only you will understand, okay? First one is arithmetic operators. Okay, so let's see what are the operators, what are their descriptions, and with one example we will see. Okay, so first arithmetic operator is, as you know, addition, subtraction. So plus, which means addition. Okay, so which means addition. Sometimes spelling mistakes may happen. Okay, okay, so first operator is addition. So description is to add any two numbers. To add any two numbers. I'm not writing it because you know, right? You can write it by yourself. To add any two numbers, we use addition operator. Example, if A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 2, then A plus B is equal to 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. We will get answer 7. Okay. Then second one, subtraction. So second operator is subtraction. So subtraction means to subtract the first number from the second number or second number from the first number. Okay. So example, if A is equal to 10, B is equal to 2, then A minus B is equal to 8. 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. You will get only the answer. Okay. Then third operator is, it's multiplication operator. To multiply two numbers and give the product. Okay, the description is to multiply two numbers and gives us the product. Okay, so how it is, if A is equal to 3, B is equal to 7, A into B is equal to 21. We will get the answer 21. Okay, then fourth one, it's a division. Okay, so it is slash is called division in computer. Okay, so division operator to divide two numbers, and it gives a result, that is it returns the quotient. Okay, it returns the quotients, and it won't look after the remainder. Okay, it returns quotient. It divides two numbers and returns us the only the quotient. Okay, so if this is first one, this is second one, third one, fourth one, is a is equal to 35, b is equal to 7. So a divided by b is equal to 5 is the answer. Okay, and this operation division, it returns the quotient. Okay, then which one returns the remainder? Okay, so the remainder, it's returned by, this is remainder operator. So this remainder operator returns as the remainder, which returns remainder. So example, a divided by b is equal to 0. Okay, same value I have taken, a is equal to 35, b is equal to 7. Okay, and if I use a symbol, sorry, this is division. If I use this remainder operator, then which will only return the remainder whatever we are getting. Got it? So these are the basic arithmetic operators we should know in Python. Okay. So next one. So do you remember what is the next one? Comparison. Next one, it's a comparison. I have two numbers a and b. Which is greater? Which is lesser? Are they both equal? Or a is greater than b or b is greater than a? That is called comparison operators. Okay. So next operator we are going to study about is comparison. The next one is comparison operators. Next one is comparison operators. So it is, as I said, it's comparing two values. Okay. So let us see what are the operators comes and descriptions, and then with the example we will see. Okay. So comparison. If I have taken the value of A and B, both are same, that means equal. Okay. So to say this is called equal. This is called equal. If the value of the first operand and the second operand, both operands are equal, then we use A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5. So we can write A is equal to B. We can write A is equal to B. That means the value of A and B are equal. So the condition becomes true. The condition becomes true over here. Okay, if in case if they are not true, how to specify that? Okay, that is, this is called, if two operands are not equal, then we have to specify like this. Okay, say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 7. So I can say a not is equal to b. So not is equal to, in mathematics we use not is equal to like this, right? Equal to symbol and then we strike out. That is not equal to. But here see how they are using one exclamatory and then equal to, it's called not equal to. And also there is another method of specifying not equal to. This is also not equal. You can say A and B are not equal. Okay, the next one, greater. Okay, so you know what is the greater symbol, right? So A is greater than B. Okay, so take a value of A is equal to 5, B is equal to 7. Is that a true? A is greater than B. No, right? Then it becomes false. If actually they are true, then it becomes true. So now let me take A is equal to 10, B is equal to 7. So this becomes true in this case. It depends upon the value we take. Okay, then lesser. A is lesser than B. Okay, So here you can take A is equal to 5, B is equal to 7. In this case, A is lesser than B. Yes, A is lesser than B. Here it becomes true. If not, it becomes false. Again, I'm telling it depends upon the value we take. It doesn't mean that always it has to be a true or always it has to be false. It depends upon the value we are taking. Okay, then next one, greater than or equal to. In maths, we use greater than like this, greater than or equal to like this, less than or is equal to like this, right? But here in computer, if it's a greater than or equal to, greater symbol than equal to symbol, that is called greater than or equal to. Okay, if two values you have to compare, and if that is true, then the answer becomes true, otherwise false. Okay, the descriptions, everything gives true or false value, depends upon the examples we have taken. Okay, then lesser than or is equal to, lesser symbol equal to, that means less than or equal to. So these are all called comparison operators. That means we are comparing two numbers. Okay, so shall we repeat what are the comparison operators? Equal to means both operands are equal. This is not equal to and this is also not equal to. So A is not is equal to B. Both values are, operands are different. They carries different values. This is greater than, this is smaller than, this is greater than or is equal to, it is lesser than or equal to. So these are all comparison operators. Okay. So if there is any question, describe the comparison operators. Don't think what it would be. So just to think, what is meant by comparison? Operators means plus, minus, and all operators. Comparison means comparing. How do we compare in maths? Greater or lesser. So immediately these operators should come to your mind. Got it? And you have to list out everything. Clear? That's good. Next, we will see about assignment operators. That means assignment means we are assigning something to something else. That is called assignment. Let's see what are they. Next one, it's the assignment operators. Okay, so assignment means assigning some value to A or B, to operands. Okay, so the first assignment is equal to symbol. So what is mean by equal to? It's like a normal equal to symbol. A is equal to 5. That means A carries the value 5. Okay, so A is equal to 5 means A carries the value 5. This is a normal one. Okay, then second one, plus equal to, plus equal to. Okay, that means, say for example, A plus equal to B. If it is written like this, we can see the operator plus and then equal to symbol is written, which means A is equal to A plus B. Clear? Which means A is equal to A plus B. Now can you tell me what it is means? D plus is equal to F. What does this imply? What does this mean? What is the full form of this? Yes, D is equal to D plus F. Instead of writing in an expanded form, they are writing it in short. Plus equal to. That means we have to take the first letter, D plus F. Then what is this? Sum plus is equal to 0. Sum plus is equal to 0 means sum is equal to sum plus 0. Sum is equal to sum plus 0. The same value it's taken. Let me give with the numbers. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5. I have taken. Okay. So if I write A plus is equal to B, which means A is equal to A plus B is equal to 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. So the value of A is 8. So clear for everyone? Similarly, minus also. Okay. So if I write minus is equal to A minus is equal to B, which implies A is equal to A minus B. Okay. Similarly, multiplication. So A star is equal to B is implies A is equal to A into B. Then division also same. slash is equal to A slash is equal to B means, which implies A is equal to A divided by B. Then reminder also same. For the reminder we are using a symbol double slash. Double slash means which returns the reminder only. Okay. So A double slash is equal to B, which implies A is equal to A double slash B. So here it gives quotient and it gives reminder. Got it? Okay. So these are the assignment operators. So in short, instead of writing A is equal to A plus B, we write it as A plus B is equal to B. Okay, that's a short form of assignment. Okay, to save our time. Got it? So instead of writing A is equal to A into B, we can write A into equal to B, which means A is equal to A into B. I hope this is clear for everyone. Yes, that's good. Okay. Next to see the last operator. Okay. That is called logical operators, which is called logical operators. The logical operators are of three types. Okay. They are called AND. That is double times you have to use. Second one, or. This is or, two straight lines, not. This is not. These are all logical operators. Okay. So when we logical operators will be used in multiple conditions. Okay. So to compare multiple conditions, we will be using this logical operators. So clear for everyone? That's good, students. Dear students, so far we have discussed what is Python and what are the fields Python is used, two modes of Python such as interactive mode and script mode. Then coming into the Python programming, first one, character set in Python, then tokens. Tokens are of four types. First one, identifiers or variables, then reserved words or keywords, then literals. Literals are of four types: string literal or character literal, then numeric literals, boolean literal, collection, and special. So we discussed everything in detail. Then operators, arithmetic operator, comparison operator, assignment operator, and logical operator. So all these things we covered for the introduction part of Python. I hope everyone clear with what I taught. Students, please, in this video itself, I have shown us slides, right? So please make a copy of these slides in your computer notebook, because every time we cannot go and refer the video. So it is better to make a note of it as I have given from the first part of this video. That will be helpful for you at the time of your exam. Got it? All right, students. So study well and stay home, stay safe. Also study your exam portions.